Good night, good evening, good morning, whenever you choose to listen and watch this. Welcome back to an episode of Drinks with the Fellas. Excuse our delay with the start time. We had a bit of technical difficulties. It looks like also my Wi-Fi is still on trips, so we'll see how much or and how far we get through with this episode. In the meantime, we waited for the fellas to come through. I see Lumbo is here. Sir.
Good day, good day.
Wow, coming in loud and clear, boy.
There's the mobile cellular device, you know.
Yeah, Sino just went jump off to go jump on his there. So I almost went to jump on mine too, but my laptop started, catch itself.
Start to behave.
I almost beat it up. That's all I've been.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a little bit of hands it need,
Yeah, sometimes violence is necessary.
Yeah, I can
Yo,
agree.
Let me stop. This we don't promote violence on this channel before we even get a chance to get monetized. We get demonetized.
Yeah, but we're not promoting violence. We're promoting what is necessary.
Well,
We're promoting what is necessary. If that happens to be violence, then it's up to the person's discretion. Yeah, to decide what route they want to go with it. So I think we just need to word it correctly.
yeah. I mean that's true. That's true. So what's going on down there, boy? How everything going?
By the sky falling straight, by plenty sky juice, by.
By up here too. But I mean that's typical Harlem weather. So,
But up down here behaving like up there yourself, like you gotta be outside with raincoat and umbrella and thing that.
but it's hurricane season. No, it's still that time to get them type of weathers and
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
Comes through like he to get a raincoat and thing.
My
Comedic timing, boy. That's it. It was
oh
great
boy.
timing. What's going on, by Steino?
Black, blessed, and highly favored, looking bright,
Yeah, Sino has chosen to be the sunshine we need on such gloomy days.
Yes. Then that song, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I am that
Well,
sunshine.
they live in Holland. That person definitely didn't live Holland.
No, for sure not.
Nah,
For sure not.
nah. The weather consistently crappy, dog.
Hey, give it that much. It's consistent. A lot of people can't keep that consistency,
Please,
Facts.
dog.
Facts.
All right. Lo and behold, let me not take too much time. Shall we get to the first episode? In the meantime, before we say that, thank you everybody for joining. We're going to have another another episode. We're going to see how it plays out, and then we're gonna go from there. What are you want to get into first? We got a list. We got the ego. What I'll call it, ego conversation or the school bus. What do you want to get into first?
First of all, don't forget everybody that's joining. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, all of that.
All that good stuff.
Yes. What are we gonna go into first?
The school bus one I get uploaded, Sino?
No, I didn't upload. I could if I upload it now, I could upload it now. But if I upload it now, I'm gonna have to come out to the studio because you're gonna hear the feedback. So if you want, I could do it now.
You could do it now while we start on the next one then.
All right, cool. Be right back.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, Sino, we will replay once Sino come back, but let me start.
So let's dispel that. That's the first thing we got to dispel. The second thing is that is consensual. It's never consensual if you surprise somebody. How can you say it's consensual? It's a surprise.
Okay, so I think Sino was missing a little bit of the context for that clip. So what this one was talking about is, I don't know if y'all had seen on social media, they have this whole big thing about Dwight Howard and how he was trying to, how to say,
Surprise the
encourage.
woman with pipe.
By is from my understanding, it wasn't a woman. It was a young man. Lumbo, why you laughing, Lumbo? Wait, why you laughing?
Yo. Yo. I laughing because you know how ridiculous it gotta be somebody the size of Dwight Howard surprising an average sized person with his genitals, dog. Like he just jump up the shower and take out a towel, like yeah.
I wasn't really following this story too closely. Somebody in the comments, y'all could correct me if I telling the story incorrectly, but from what I understood, Dwight Howard, it was a whole big thing of Dwight Howard and his sexuality and all that kind of nonsense, and everybody seemed to have an opinion about it. Dwight Howard came out and said that, yeah, what he does with his body in his bedroom is his business and nobody else on. Which
that's fact. That's facts.
I agree. But a part of the clip that we didn't get to put was Mason Cameron was tripping on the fact that is nobody's business, but then it is their business. So they were trying to say that, yeah, this is the reason why he didn't get picked up by no other NBA teams, because even though everybody just wants to say, oh yeah, your business is your business or your sexuality is your business, they don't really mean that. And which I feel has some weight to it. I believe is politically correct when somebody has some ways or some some actions that you don't agree with. Be like, oh yeah, what they're doing is their business. That's a politically correct way of saying things. Whereas they definitely feel different, or they wouldn't have them in their establishment, or wouldn't have the kids around them, or they some kind of prejudice on that end, which I could agree with. But at the same time, I still don't know why this is such a big thing that it's making news. Why would who this man sleep with have any business of anybody else own? I don't understand. Oh, I think lumber freeze. Oh, so I was asking myself a bit. But anyway, while these man them check the connections.
No, I read it.
All right.
I don't know why it matters, to be honest. I don't know.
Me, Stephen A had this whole rant about he want to think about it and he want this and he want that. But I was like, how y'all gonna have the audacity to say that, oh yeah, on one hand, everything, yeah, privacy is privacy, but yet making these kind of claims and making these kind of statements on the platform. You ready to come back on the stage, or you want me to put you back on side?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't have as much control, but I put the stuff in the brand.
Okay. While you was gone, we had played a video. So while you're back, you had put another one? Let me see what this one. Oh, okay. Yeah. One with more context. So let me do it one more time. So this is what we was talking about. Just read out loud. Mason Stephen A reaction to Dwight Howard's allegations, offering an interesting offer, an interesting take. I don't feel that what this man doing in his privacy should be any type of news or anybody else's business. But yeah. What I must say though, what May said is a little bit true.
A little bit.
So let's dispel that. That's the first thing we got to dispel. The second thing is that is consensual. It's never consensual if you surprise somebody. How can you say it's consensual? It's a surprise.
So, no, there's a lot of facts in that. There's a lot of weight to that. There's a lot of weight to that statement.
Oh boy.
But I also think he's taking it out of context and obviously making a joke out of the situation for, you know, comedic humor, whatever the case is. But jokes aside, I hope for at least for Dwight Howard's for his sake that everything was consensual. I would like to think so, especially in this day and age. Everybody shouldn't. Well, anybody in a modern Western first world society should know what's going to happen in this day and age. Everything from the Me Too to he's already a big black man. He's already a celebrity, so everything gonna be double or triple for him. What to say? Exponential. But I don't know, but I still don't understand why this is news. I really don't get it.
But
another example for people to be in other people's business. I don't know.
Yeah, but if it was any other guy, regular guy, it wouldn't be anybody's business really, and nobody would try and make it anybody's business.
I don't think so.
No, because it wouldn't be this big of a deal if it wasn't Dwight Howard or any other NBA player or any other celebrity. It was some other average Joe trying to hide his sexuality and play it off. Nobody would be talking about it.
Like that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the celebrity, we know by now the celebrity always gives it a more of a reason and more of a thing, but
yeah, that has given more sauce.
Yeah, if it was any other celebrity, it would have been just as much, if not even more. But I mean, if you somebody who's been following the NBA, you've been hearing these rumors about Dwight Howard for years.
Yeah.
So really and truly, like this ain't really a shock to nobody. But it's just I don't understand why it's anybody business and why it's news. Okay, the man maybe like something up he bum. Or maybe like putting thing he tool up other people bum. Once it ain't your bum, why you care?
Facts.
That's the thing, right? I as a heterosexual man, I got too much heterosexual men worried about who another man sleeping with. Something about that just uncomfortable to me.
It's not comfortable, it's just stupid.
It's stupid, yeah.
Unless you sharing joints or drinks or cutlery or things with said person and you worried about where their mouth has been, okay, maybe that's a conversation to have. But if you ain't even in the same country and time zone of said person, why you care?
Yeah.
Bro, if my dog, I don't care who my neighbor fucking.
I mean, once it's my woman and my mother or my sister, then yeah, we got no reasons to conversate. But I feel you with that concerns. I don't know. But again, like I was saying earlier, what Mace was we didn't get to play that part of the clip. I mean, clip that part of the video. What Mace was also saying is that people need to stop capping and saying, "Oh yeah, what they're doing in the in the privacy of their own bedroom is their business." For some people, they really care. Why? To each their own, I guess. For some people, once they find out that information about you, for however which means they find it out, they're gonna start moving different with you. So,
look, man, a lot of people, you know, as You know, even though it's 2023, a lot of people are still not cool with them type of things.
Yeah.
A lot of people still have an issue with just Guinness on a whole. Okay, and with the amount of movements that it have, and like a lot of people associate things that don't need to be associated with each other. You know, so the type of fellows that take in all these movements against men, straight men, but just men in general, personally, dog, they have a problem with any form of what they might consider as Guinness, dog. And a lot of people, even though they don't say, a lot of people have a problem with it, especially if the person who being accused of such or coming out of the closet as such is somebody that they just look up to or used to talk highly about and those kind of things. That you know, it ain't cool. Not saying it's right, not making excuses for them, but a lot of people still on that trip. That
Yeah.
you know, and
I guess,
that is something that I think, but we don't have enough conversations about these topics, you know, especially where, you know, this part of the world where we might come from, because them type of things, even though it has happened crazy and crazy levels in these parts, it's still taboo to talk about for some reason, you know, and so they don't have enough understanding, I think, where certain things is concerned.
I
So
definitely look
I
look
think
look
that's
at
part of
the
the problem.
I would happen to agree with you because look at it. There was this story. I ain't trying to give it no light and trying to gossip or nothing like that. But just to, for the example, there was this rumor and this story going around in SM the last few weeks about some partner getting having homosexual relations and it coming out and being spread around WhatsApp and social media and all that kind of things. But what what I respected to an extent, the man can come out and say, yeah, that was me, and my woman know about it too. I was like, well, okay,
Who we arguing with now? You know, when the
yeah,
man, when the people them, when they take away, right? When they take away the power of the persons that want to talk shit, you know,
mm-hmm.
what's left now? What are you going to talk about now?
But that's the thing. It's all how to say the main reason people don't want to talk about these things is because of shame. But if you dealing with somebody who own up to the truth and live and don't have no problem with what it is they're doing, and their significant others or their loved ones also supporting them with what they're doing, what power you have over them? Okay, cool, you're
Yeah,
talking about, and then
and
what?
that has actually proved that people just want something to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
They genuinely don't care. They just want something to talk about. They just want to talk shit. And yeah, just hype up the thing now unnecessarily.
Or try to put in the two piece, either sound intellectual or sound like they're down for whatever agenda they're
Yo,
trying to
they need to
and then
mind the fucking business and go check their own household out. Go and pay your bills
That part.
out. Go and make sure
That
your
part.
mother good out. You know,
That
go and
part.
get a fucking job out. You know, mind your business, G. You check the man over there throwing away he bottom that he business, G. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You check, mind your business out. I put on a shot for me too, dog. Mind your business, dog.
I could have swear you got on a shot already now.
But I know
yeah.
I never, find the box, dedicate time to get somebody to do it for me. But I need on a shot, G. Mind your business, dog.
I don't know. Again, I don't know. Anybody, if anybody in the comments want to add the two pieces, I don't know. I think all of us more or less on the same page. We don't understand why this is of news. Um, yeah, I really don't. I know what to say on this, and it, to me is just pure foolishness.
I think everybody agree in this chat does. It's like I. It's not even to say it's not my business. It's just like I don't like when people just pretend to care. Like if you really don't care, it don't concern you. That why? Like I don't care about something that's not my business, and because it's not my business, I don't care. You understand? I don't care who some like if who you fuck don't make me fucking calm down. Like why do you fucking care?
But I mean, I guess we also have to keep into consideration these two specific examples that we use are from people who have platforms where they talk for a living. And the more shit they talk or they agree with or they feel like there's a talking they are talking pieces for other people, the the more people gonna watch, the more salacious shit they're gonna say, the more viewers they gonna have, and we all know negativity to spread more than anything else.
Yep.
So, I mean, kind of makes sense to a certain extent. I don't know, just not something I feel with all the fuckery that going on in the world right now especially, who Dwight Howard fucking really is
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, like real thing. That's irrelevant. That.
And if it's not consensual, then he also needs to go get put in jail. And if it's not, then leave the fucking man alone. That's okay. I think we can wrap this one up now. Next topic.
Will not let our kids off this bus. Look at these kids screaming. I got one thing for you, woman. One thing to you. Open the door now. That's my child. You've lost your man. She will not let our kids off this bus. Right. Somebody better get that door open. I promise you. This woman's lost her mind.
I don't know why I go first. Come on, check for me before I really go into this topic. Because, go on. No, not all at once now, guys. This is a podcast. Jesus Christ.
What exactly is the issue there?
That's what was said. That's what we're going to look into. Cause I was checking the comments, but I can't remember exactly what was said. So the whole issue from the video clip. What's going on, Jay-Z? The whole thing from the video is that the bus driver locked the children on the bus. Let's go one more time. Let's go.
Will not let our kids off this bus. Look at these kids screaming. I got one thing for you, woman. One thing to you. Open the door now. That's my child. You've lost your man. She will not let our kids off this bus. Right. Somebody better get that door open. I promise you. This woman's lost her mind.
Is there a reason why the bus driver did this?
Okay, so supposedly, according to the comment, she did this because one of the kids was using a phone, and that was while the bus was driving, and supposedly that's against some kind of policy, either the school have or the driver have or something. It's against some kind of rules. So the bus driver decided that she going to stop the bus and not let any of the kids off. So then the kids start calling their parents to come pick them up because the bus driver keeping them hostage because of a phone. So now, if that's to believe, if we believe in the comments now, if we believe what the comments saying, this, I would have break that fucking door. Why you go to tell me my child can't come outside the bus because somebody was using a phone? What the fuck this is? Fucking Air France? American Airlines?
That nonsense could have never fly in St. Martin, dog. These ignorant children we got here would have mashed up that bus driver. You hear what I tell you? They would have hands up that bus driver, first of all. And second of all of them know how the back door does work. So they were coming out of that bus. Them children on that bus is to a certain extent obviously good children because ain't nobody try to kick open the emergency exit door. You know?
Yep. But I mean, they had look young too, though.
Yeah. True, that's true too. That's true too. You know?
Like
but
5-6-year-old.
If like you like the type of trauma she putting on them children from that age, dog, ain't even cool. Because now trusting somebody who conducting or piloting or running a specific vehicle, dog, that controlling the doors and everything could become a big issue. You know, a lot of cars these days when you put it in drive, the doors are locked. Imagine when your child jump in the car, you put it in drive, that fork lock, and it start to throw a tantrum or come out, start hyperventilating, and them type of dumb fork that. Now I gotta deal with a problem because you feel you have to radically enforce some type of ruler. You know, like you don't know what you're doing to these people. Everybody that's born with some type of defect now. And little nonsense like this is what is triggering them things, G. You
Yeah,
know,
I don't.
so
If I go further in the comments, they have some people be like, "Yeah, she was just following the policy and she was just following the rules and she was just doing her job and this and that."
Obviously, those policies needs to be troubleshooted.
I understand that to an extent, and this is why reasons like this or situations like this are an example of how AI will never really be able to have a human touch, because this is kind of like how artificial intelligence would behave. If you have a
yeah,
rule in place, it's going to follow the rule to the fucking
With the
T
T.
and not
Yep.
have no excuse me, not have no context or no nuance to the situation. So now that's one of the issue. There's no reason for there was no reason for the rule, the quote unquote rule, to have been upheld to that extent. To where the parents have to come banging on the friggin' door, children screaming and crying, all them kind of thing. If you watch the video further on, you see some kids decide to say fuck it and jump out the window.
Yep. If it get to that extent, then come on, you're overdoing this policy you're trying to uphold.
So I don't know. As soon as if I happen to be there long enough, I would probably look to put hands on the bus driver. There's no reason to be this up in arms and to follow the rules to this degree at all whatsoever. I know how you think about it, but I don't see no reason.
but look, you know, I remember something, and it kind of plays also a role here. The reason why a lot of times some people don't take the action that they want to take is just because of where they is. You know, like while you might want to say, yeah, you had to get your child, but in the States, a place you will get a record for something dumb down. And when you get a record, your life, it's easy to fuck your life up that. It's real difficult for you to move on with your life in general. You know, and it's the same thing in certain parts of Europe. That's why a lot of times you see people talking, but they don't really take action because of where they is. You know, I saw a video there where this guy, I don't know where he's from, but he confront this high level person in his wife's company where she does work, because he apparently touched his wife. And he was flipping on the man, cussing the man, but he ain't put hands on the man. The man said, yo, because he waited 6 years to do this, not 6 years to actually reach face to face with this man, because the man never really had any of these things. And the man tell him straight, the man said, if this was back home, where are you from? If this was in Brazil, the man said, I would kill you, dog. And the police wouldn't look twice. You check, they would help me bury you, dog. You
From
check,
what I understand, he's wrong.
and so I think that is the reason why, you know, while we might say, and I could talk for myself, and I really give a fuck about no consequences and think I was matching up that fucking bus. You understand? States or Holland or wherever I was, you know, they would have to go with me in cuffs afterward. But these type of things, them are protected by what they consider to be the rules. You understand? And they feel like they could get what they could get away with. And if you do anything to cross the line, yeah, we can just call the police thing and deal with you and this and that, this and that. And that's why these type of nonsense is happening, because the rules made more for them than it is for, you know, the persons who get in the shop and it stick.
Also true.
Exactly.
You know, so but it's just it's difficult. I can understand the parents' and point of view, and that's why now everybody that use cameras, because I know going to take you to the courts now, and I can have evidence, and we're gonna deal with this thing like that. That's why the Babylon and them in general does have an issue with you recording too, because a lot of times they just cross the line now. They just cross it easy to get it mixed up.
Of course, but I mean, but that we see that, but that's the thing. That's the thing too. Going off of what more, like you say, people, how to say, more mindful of the consequences because of what it is. Everybody pulling out a phone. It's easy to get caught, or it's easy for something to look a certain way on camera and be completely different in real life too. You see.
Yeah, that's true
Video
too.
evidence, video evidence ain't really the end all be all of evidence, So a lot of things could be seen in a certain way or from a certain angle and things like that as well.
Yeah,
But
for sure. But but it's still
this kind of
still
situation
give
here,
it'll still give the person who otherwise would only have word of mouth, more how you say, a better way to explain their point of view of the situation. You understand?
yeah,
Because even though it's like how you say, it ain't all the information, but if from where I see in this, if from where I stand in, this is what it look like, then it will give more context to where the situation reach, how it reach. Because if I just say something to you and you checking like, but that don't make no sense. I don't understand it because you didn't see it. But now when you see it, you could better understand why the person react or deal with something, how they
yeah,
deal with it.
that's true.
Yeah, you understand?
Yes.
And it has also helped, even if you're recording, once you just lift up your phone, you ain't got to record not once, you're gonna see people gonna start to act different. They're gonna start to act different in general, they always act different. And that's when you just know like a lot of times
Yo,
these man doing wrong.
so this might be a little weird, right? But I was watching that video like the second or the third time watching it. I was like, yo, I would be really disappointed if it was my child and that bus just screaming.
I'm gonna be, wait,
Real talk.
before you continue,
Hold on. Nah, you see, look, this is my problem here. This is my problem. He goes, say that, pin, period. Let us react. And then be like, hold on.
No, but wait. Let me say
if
something.
you say something like that,
Let me say,
then what the fuck you going to say?
let me say something, right? Let me say something. I must agree that I was there as well.
Okay.
I was, when I saw the video, I was like, bye. That had a better. You see, they had do a little close up on this little white boy turning red, screaming through the window. I was like, man, that had a better not be my child, dog. What?
Yo,
Better walk up, leave that fucking the bus. Like.
Biggs, if my child was not one of them crawling through or jumping out the window, I personally, as a father, would be so disappointed and I would have to change my parenting style. Because that means I have not instilled in my child enough problem-solving skills for them to assess the situation and be like, hey, there's a window, I am small, let me jump out.
Listen.
I mean, I have failed as a parent. I would be disappointed in myself and his mother. Or her mother.
My child could not act tough around me after that, dog. I'm like, yo, just come for lock in the school bus, dog. Who you talking to? Who you talking to?
Yo, don't let me call your bus driver for you.
Let me tell you something. I would build a makeshift bus outside, put the windows and everything in it, dog. Okay?
when the behaving rude, put them on timeout. Go in the bus.
In the bus. Get your ass in the bus and lock it.
In the back.
Yeah. Who you talking to?
But real
talk. I'm not leaving your baby.
I'm not leaving
your babysit my kids.
Yo, I have two goddaughters. If that was my son bawling and screaming like that, just because the door don't want open, and he was not like physically restrained, but my parenting skills gonna have to be questioned. But honestly, I would have to check myself into therapy because something I ain't doing. Yeah, I gonna have a talk. I going to have to check myself in because obviously I ain't doing something good. Either I need to heal, either I need to get over some traumas, or something needs to happen because obviously I didn't instill in the proper lessons in my child. What the fuck you'd even try to get out the window, or you'd even try the emergency exit, and you just sitting on there bawling because the driver don't want to open the door?
Bawling, rinsing tears, dog.
Nah, man, I can't. See, shit like this is why I would want to raise my child in Somatic. Because just like Lumbo said, that would never fly in SM.
No, sir. You're crazy. But then when mashing up the bus. They're mashing up the bus driver. And when they come out of there, if the teacher's there, the teacher's getting hands up to that.
As a
That's
matter
how
of
the
fact,
thing is right now.
the bus driver will probably call it he parents for help.
Listen, I don't think no bus driver, not even Beaks and these man used to drive bus that crazy enough to do that. Dog. None. None. Not with the type of children that go in school there, no.
The only thing that might save them is that these kill the children young. And in this day and age, I don't even think that would save nobody no more. Because all these kids rude from time they 5.
Yeah. They born
So
delinquent.
again,
Even.
again, I would be highly, highly disappointed if that was my little boy. If it was a girl, I would still be disappointed because that also means I still didn't instill no problem solving skills in you. You didn't even try to do. You didn't even try like Jimmy it a little bit. Like not even. No man. No man. We would have to take you out to that school for different reasons. Not because the bus driver locked you up. Because obviously they ain't teaching you problem solving skills either. Why paying all that money for? What am I paying that school tuition for? That's what they're teaching you? To sit down there and cry? What happened to all those gymnastic classes and the karate? Kick the door open, no? Hi, yada door.
Karate, the man say karate.
Hi, yada door or some shit. Nah, man. But I was just curious if it was only me thinking that way or somebody else would have been also this.
I'm not thinking that way. Without being said, welcome to Drinks with the Fellas. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you want to continue hearing the fuck we coming up for these two partners. Right?
All right. What we got next? Well, any more views and thoughts about this bus driver situation?
I agree with you on the first part of what I was saying. Check. Me and this bus driver gonna have to have a talk. That person would be addressed. You know,
me and the bus driver gonna have a talk, yeah. But me and the driver have to have a talk too. Why you was just sitting down doing nothing? Why you would try to help me help you?
Listen. In the moment, right? It's going to be extremely difficult to do anything, right? Let me paint a picture for you. I take out my glasses for this shit. Let me paint a picture for you now, right? Imagine it's we man children, all three we man children on the bus, right? Now you have 3 characters, okay? You have 3 characters now. The 3 are we're the characters, okay? Everybody know Kana is the most reactive dog. So the question is going to be between ransacking the bus and keeping Kana out of trouble while ransacking the bus. Okay? Then we got Sino who going to put hands on the neighbor if they bring any negative energy around here, he child. So Sino going to want to hire the man them. Yeah, I don't understand, just think about this, G. What? And then I have a loose cannon like myself because I might just lose patience and just drag the whole bus down the road, tie that fuck to my truck and drag it down the road somewhere where we could deal with them without public eye seeing what's going on now. It's crazy. Like we have a lot of very extreme, right? But so in the situation, right? You first of all, you're already emotional because your child under distress, dog. No matter how you might feel about the situation, you're emotional because your child under distress, right? But you're also doing your best to keep a level head because when you fuck up, you can't think. You understand? We know Kana ain't gonna think. All right? We know that. Kana ain't gonna think. Okay? And this cool, calm, collected Sino, you see in here might not be the Sino we see out there, dog. This man might be doing some parkour and higher in the bus door open and them kind of dumb fuck. You understand? We don't know what we're going to meet, dog. So let's try to play it out for yourself, G.
My whole thing is this is even as somebody, Jesus Christ, even as somebody who went to private school, this is a example of why you should send your children to public school. This would never happen with public school kids.
Nah. Yo, it's like that
in
video kind of had shared that.
my experience with public school children is very possible that American public school is a little bit different. It depends on the state. It depends on it depends on the city and all that kind of stuff as well. But in general, like what Lumbo was saying, in public schools, they got too many too many extreme different personalities for shit like this to pop off. Just so. Granted, also the kids look like they were a little bit young. But again, I still hold a note and I still under the opinion that if this had to be in St. Martin, even as young as they was, they definitely would have put up more of a resistance than just sitting out there and crying. At least I would hope so. Because again, you're as a parent, what kind of problem solving skills you have? That means I got to send you boot camp. That's the only good thing that will come out of this situation. I know that you can't problem solve. So I know I have to be more hard on you with these kind of situations. So you'll go into it again. And this time I'm gonna test you. I might put you in the bus.
You might drive the bus.
When the man said Jesus take the wheel, no, it's Sean. All right.
I feel like we've been on this topic longer than we're supposed to.
I was just gonna say, with that being said, I done. I said what I had to say on this one. I still would be disappointed in my child. All right, what are we going with next?
All right. You choose, because any other topics I'm gonna need a drink for.
Just because I can't see properly.
It's hard out here. And you talking about, oh, I'm not a man if I'm going 50-50 with my woman. It's hard, brother. You sitting up here, your nice house, your nice jewelry, nice cars. Oh yeah, man, you gotta do 100%. How? How, brother? If I'm making $14 an hour, what you expect? You know, you still on there. Oh yeah, man, 100%. You're not a man. You're not a man. How? I'm still working. I'm still providing, right? So what makes me not a man? Because I'm going 50-50 with my woman.
And brother, I applaud you, because I understand that it is hard out here, but we are men, so we have to go harder. I'm not saying or trying to speak down to you, my brother, by any means necessary. I'm not. But I want you to be reminded of something that our fathers didn't teach us, that we must go hard and that we shouldn't get into a relationship with a woman until we have direction.
But who are you to say that?
A person that cares, a person that loves you, a person that's been in your shoes and understands how it feels when we can't give our family what they truly deserve. We have to go hard. Now, give me.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of opinions and there's potentially a lot to unpack in that small look. Well, let me go by first. Well, how I feel knee-jerk reaction. I see you was nodding a lot there, Lumbo, or you was watching your screen. Which?
Yeah, no, I was not a lot because I agree with the dude on the left.
Okay. So the panel who was saying that you gotta work harder.
Yeah, because look, if we break apart, a lot of, let me say, the problems we have today, just in general in society, dog. You know, we skipping a lot of times. We just skip a lot of steps. You know, we just skip a lot of steps in the growth process. A lot of couples together out of convenience now. You think everybody really that could make it by themselves. They together because as far as they could see, it is the only way to make it. But if you want to be the exception, right? If you want to be the dude that's going to work hard, organize himself, bless up himself to go forward and do what he has to do, then you need to get everything in check for yourself first. You can't, how you say, try to work on yourself while trying to, how how you say, raise and provide and protect for a family. Because you're gonna reach nowhere. There's a lot of man that get overwhelmed with the life in general. That you kind of gotta be set to a certain extent so that mentally you will keep yourself cool and calm and be able to, lead and carry the family in the right direction now. You gotta have your shit in order first, basically. And I think that's what the partner was trying to say. Maybe he ain't saying you gotta be rich or anything. You gotta have your shit in order. You have to go hard out. Don't go into it already with the mindset of the 50-50 thing. You gotta go into it knowing that you're going to work hard and she going to support and push so you could go harder. Don't go into it as in you're going to do half, she going to do half, because then none are you going to be able to elevate. If both are, you have to come together to survive. Nobody can grow. Okay. So I agree. I agree with his perspective on the whole matter. I understand where the other dude was coming from, like, who is you to set these kind of parameters? You understand? But if you can look at it from, how you say, from his reality, from the dude reality, and if that's how he see the things go, then then he allowed to say that. He ain't saying that is law. He just saying that this is how he see it, because he was also in that situation. And I could also agree, because I see it for myself. I also was, in that situation and kind of moving up on the ladder, like how I want to go. But a lot of people is just, they ain't focusing on themselves. That a lot of man just okay, just doing this thing, and they just existing. They're on autopilot and they're doing the bare minimum, and they ain't really, a lot of people just comfortable and complacent. That so ain't gonna real direction out there. So
Fair enough. I wasn't drinking the whole time. I'm gonna wait till I call his name to go. Whole time Lambo was thinking about I wasn't drinking.
I feel like I have a lot of variables that need to be like layers that need to be peeled off, so you can actually dissect exactly what it is you're talking about. Check. In today's economical society, I think it's a tall task to ask a man to be the sole breadwinner in today's economy, depending on where you live, of course, and depending on what kind of job you have. Now, even though we're saying that it depends on what kind of job you have, I don't feel like the measurement of a man is held by his pockets. That's what I think. I don't feel like because you sharing bills with your wife means that you're less of a man. I don't feel like just because you reach at a certain point in your life as a man, you can tell another man whether or not he's a man, because in my opinion, of course, this is one thing that's my opinion. Every man and woman have to decide what their definition of a man and woman is for them. You understand? At the same time, we have to be very realistic about the times we live in now and what we asking for of a man. You understand? Traditional ways cannot be a remedy for the modern times that we live in when it comes to the economical times that we're living in now. Cost of living is crazy compared to how it used to be before. The amount of money that I'm making now would more than suffice in traditional ways back then. But in regards to like having kids and supporting a wife indefinitely 100% is a tall task to ask. And at the same time, it's like there's levels to. It's easy for the man that's made it already. It's easy for the man that's made it already to look at the dude that hasn't made it yet and give that criticism, and we disregard the reality of the fact that what you're asking for in some of these men, some of these people don't have it in them. There's levels to this. There's levels to certain people's peaks and potential and ambition, and everybody does not have it in them to be in this modern time economically to be the sole breadwinner in this economy. Cost of living is very high, and for some people it's ideal. It's ideal for them to have a shared responsibility financially. You understand? Some people, some man, them just don't have it in them to reach to a certain point financially to be the sole breadwinner. Some man, them just really don't have it in them to be as successful as you need to be in today's economy to be the sole breadwinner. It's easy for me to it's hard to understand, but you have to we know man them out there. We literally know man them out there that either get the opportunities and don't know how to capitalize on opportunities. And we know man them that if they had the opportunities, they're not in the circumstances where they could capitalize on the opportunities that they don't have. There's a lot of variables that we're not discussing in regards to the measurement of a man, in my opinion. But to say that just because he's not making enough money to be the sole provider of his wife and kids, I feel like it's disingenuous, because your pockets don't make you a man, in my opinion, because you could provide more than just finances.
I would have to say I more fall on Sino end, because a lot of these same fellows who would be claiming you have to protect and provide and all that kind of shit and want to have these traditional roles as men. These is also men that will be beating their woman.
Yeah.
Granted, I ain't saying all, that's definitely not the case. But a lot of them believe in that traditional shit. And that traditionally what men used to fucking do. So for me, if you feel like being a man is how to say, having that person take care of all your finances, but then also keep in mind that that's a part of it. Okay, cool. Kind of more going on what Simon was saying, especially in this day and age. There's legit is cliche to say, but it's true. There's legit somebody for everybody. Your idea, what you might have as an idea of a man or a woman or whatever the case is not going to resonate, it's not going to sit, and it's not going to be the same as everybody else own. But you can find your version out there somewhere. If it's something you really want to, it's just like anything else, you're gonna have to look. You don't have to try out you don't have to go through a few situations, see what you like, what you don't like, but you can't I on the same page. You can't tell me just because I'm not providing or I'm not yet haven't yet had an opportunity or haven't yet been in a situation where I can provide like that. You gonna tell me I'm a man?
But that's what he was saying. He was saying that the dude is less of a man.
No, he's saying that man is
not
not
making it sound like.
He blatantly say, and further on in the video, if
Mhm.
he blatantly say that you're not a man if you're not the sole provider, because if you're not the sole provider, you're not getting the type of respect that you ought to be getting, because you're not providing the life for your family and your wife that they actually deserve. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, well, from what I had take from the piece of the snippet, what he was saying is that more like to have your shit together before you go and do this thing, like the whole household shit with women. That's what I thought he was saying. Okay, that's why that is why I see it. Like I had agreed with what he was saying. Like you could imagine, if you, let me say you got daughter and do it like your daughter and all kind of thing like that, and he want love and live with your daughter, and he take off your house where she doing fine to go and struggle with he and fight to pay bills and still gotta run to you for money to help, and them type of ones is like, make sure you got your shit together. Cause when you take somebody daughter out she house, you gotta be able to provide that. At the end of the day, you can't pull her from where she is to bring her down just because you feel like she must help you up. If you understand what I'm trying to say. And so that is why I had see it from that point of view. I didn't know he was saying that the dude ain't a man because of that. I thought he was saying have your shit together before you go ahead and do this thing. That's how I had seen it.
No, but I by that metric, if I have a daughter, the first thing, because we live in a time now where it's not about a man having a job and a woman being dependent on the man. We live in a time where both men and women can be functioning adults independently. So I'm not going to raise my woman. I'm not going to raise my daughter.
I hope you gonna raise your woman.
I'm not going to raise. I'm not going to raise my daughter to be. I'm not gonna raise my daughter in a sense to be dependent on the survival of the man, because if he's no longer around, I want you to still be a functioning adult. We live in a time where women can actually function individually as adults, but for some reason, no, that's another topic actually. But for some reason, they feel as if just because they function adults, they just give this narrative as if they don't need a man, which is not really wrong. But at the same time, it's like, I still want you to be some sort of I still want you to function as an adult individually. So that means your survival is not going to be dependent on whoever man you choose to be with. You understand? Now, in regards to like 50-50, it don't have to be 50-50. You understand? And I think people always use the 50-50 thing for the sake of the argument, but it don't have to be 50-50. As a man, if you contribute to most of the bills and then she just giving the little support, that to me, that could work too. You understand? It don't have to be 50-50. It don't have to be 0 and 100.
But also, I think the concept that they have, or the framework that a lot of people have behind 50-50 is also incorrect. Realistically speaking, right? Realistically speaking, is in at least in the regular circumstances, is almost always 50-50 now. Okay, because even if you providing everything, dog, the woman still home raising your children, which is work on its own, making sure the household under control, which is work on its own, and keeping shit in order. You know, you can't strive without that backbone support there now. Even a lot of man does forget about that. Look, 50-50 is inevitable if you with somebody, dog. You know, especially if I have family and thing. You can't avoid it. You can't run from it. You can't do nothing else about it. That's the reality of the thing. But what people put behind 50-50 is just the financial thing, which I think is a very one-sided and primitive way, or very basic way to think about the whole 50-50 concept. I think that is why it's so fuck up, because you know, internet and everything creates such a crazy perspective of the whole 50-50 idea that you know, people don't know how to think for themselves and say, well, you know, okay, well, is this, I think it's this. You know, if I out there doing what I gotta do and I'm making this money, me and my family balling out of control, you know, and I have my specific values and morals that I want in the house. My wife home, she going to bring that up in the house, dog. She going to make sure that the household functioning at the level that both me and she as heads see, you know, the whole family going forward doing. That way we got to pave a better path. Because look, at the end of the day, right, when you got children and thing, they gotta be better than you, bigger than you, stronger than you, smarter than you, ahead of you. Like a lot of the when you look at certain shows and look at certain movies, when possible, at least a lot of parents are trying to do that for the children before sending them out in the world to fend for themselves. Just give them just that little head start, so they don't gotta fight like how you fought initially. And if they don't gotta do nothing at all, it's even better. Some people just call it spoiled, but the fuck they didn't ask to be here now. You bring it here, so you gotta make sure you're doing good. You can't throw it up there and say, yeah, you gotta this and you gotta that. That's like if I got a rabid dog in the yard, I bring the dog there, I train the dog to be this way, and then it's like me want the dog, the one that is open my gate and let the fuck go. Who child it bite and who why do whatever chaos is creating in the community ain't my problem no more. You know, like that's to me then. That's what it is, you check. So I personally feel like the whole way, the whole perspective of the 50-50 thing, I think need to change. I don't know how I feel about it, but I think we definitely need to put a different spin or a different angle or a different aspect of the 50-50 thing out there for people to realistically understand really what 50-50 should mean.
I gonna add a bit to both of you comments. I'll start with number one. I agree. People all definitely have a misconception with this whole 50-50 thing. I think it more has to be whatever works for you. Whatever works for you, your circumstances, your finances, your situation. What worked for you is not gonna work for the couple next door. Ain't gonna work for the couple down the street. Ain't gonna work for the couple on TikTok. Ain't gonna work for the couple on fucking Instagram. Their pockets, their values, their whole shit is not yours. The problem, at least from my opinion, one of the biggest things people have these days is comparing themselves to others. Especially, but I can't say especially woman, both man and woman. Because you be like, oh yeah, this person have this person have that. I need to have this too. I need to have that too. And fuck up whatever good momentum they have just because they see somebody else potentially have less. I mean, have more. You don't know what's going on in the background. You don't know what's thinking. Again, a lot of these situations, these men them to be looking at taking care of the girls and the women, all that kind of shit that I'm being right behind closed doors, busting in their ass.
Boxing our fuck down.
That's not something you want to emulate either. So
Not at all.
This whole 50-50 thing is cool and all that and whatnot, but you have to do what's good for you and your relationship. Your woman ain't you ain't nobody else in no relationship, and neither is the other person that you with. So you cannot base your relationship on what you see online or what you see from other people. You're not the same. So you have to work. Well, you have to make what goes for you. So that's on number point. On sign up point, I agree as well. I'm not going to be, if I have a daughter or when it comes to my goddaughters, I'm not going to, when I'm around them and the things I going to choose to instill to them, it's going to be the same thing. It's not to depend on no man or nothing like that. But to go and take it a step further, not to bullshit and put no unnecessary pressure on no man either. Because what people does not think about or fail to realize that, yeah, if you raise your daughter to have this whole princess treatment, everything she have to have and it have to be provided for her, all that kind of shit, cool, fine and dandy. But then when she meet the fellow, when she goes, like how long would they say you release that girl into the world, she now she meets a fella now who want to give that to her or want to take that to her, but don't have the how to say it?
The means to do so.
The forward thing. Not even that, bro. I ain't even going that far. Don't have the forward thinking to realize that some actions going to have consequences later down the road. So what? He want to go and provide this life for your daughter. Meanwhile, he will go and get into drugs. He will go into gangs. He will go into a situation and go put your daughter now in more of a situation. Why? Because he wants to provide for her princess lifestyle, which you made her have. And that is the future, the forward thinking. A lot of people don't think about when they're doing this shit with their daughters. Like, oh yeah, no, my daughter have to have the best and have no. Yes, that's every child, both son and daughter. But if you put in your child out there, or you go release your child out there, I'm making it sound like an animal. If you're going to
No, but it's facts, bro. It's facts. Don't feel no way that it's facts, dog.
If you go release your child into the wild like that and not have any conditioning or not have any kind of training on what can happen about the future, we've all seen situations where the fella going too hard or want to provide too much and end up doing some dumb shit that get his family in a situation. We've seen it in real life, we've seen it in movies, we've seen it in the series. This shit happens.
Yeah, a perfect example, the movie John Q. Yeah, remember John Q?
By name, it sounds like I should know it. By
Denzel Washington starred in a movie where he held up a hospital for his son to have a heart transplant.
Oh yeah.
The breaking point was his wife basically just saying, do something.
Exactly. That's a good one. That's an example. If you want to go old school literature, Macbeth. That's also another example. This woman was just, Macbeth's wife herself was just the one in here. They're telling me, oh yeah, you're less of a man if you do this. You're not a man if you do that. Be constantly being around them type of people. You don't get yourself in a situation where you're not supposed to be. That's one. And two, on sign thing again. This whole note on who's a man and what's a man, I think a lot of people need to stop holding other people's opinions so strongly. Okay, cool. You don't feel like I as a man because I going 50-50 with my woman. Who the fuck is you? When you dead, we both going in the same box. We both going on the same toilet to take a shit. Cool. You might have to have 24 karat gold. Mine is normal porcelain. So the fuck what? What makes your opinion of was a man anyhow hold any more weight? Your name Jesus Christ or God, Allah, Buddha? You some kind of superior being? Who the fuck is you?
Yeah, the facts.
Who the fuck is you to dictate what is a man and what isn't a man? And again, they don't have all these these man them, these red pill fellows or these traditional man them like, oh yeah, man gotta do this, man gotta do that. Yeah, cool. They have a lot of shit, traditional shit how a man was that wouldn't be acceptable this day and age either. So what it is we really talking about here?
I just like the main point is like I wonder if like you have certain people that don't have the financial literacy to maintain a certain lifestyle for you to be the sole provider now. This is a different economy now. You can't just go do construction or go welding and then all of a sudden you providing for your wife like back in the day now. This is a different economy, dog.
Yeah.
Cost of living is a different time, dog. Now this is the modern way. The traditional way, you like the amount of money that you need to make annually after tax to provide for your family is a lot of fucking money, dog. It's nothing to play with. That part is nothing to play with, dog. And we could say that, yeah, so and so and so, you gotta do this and this and that, because between us three, we have some sort of financial literacy. We have ambition, we have drive, we have goals, we have vision, we got purpose. Ain't got a lot of man like that now. They don't have a lot of men that have the drive, the ambition, and the financial literacy, dog.
I don't even know if I is that bad. Fuck you there.
Exactly. So we don't like the type of man that we saying that is a man that should be a sole provider. It's a dime a dozen in this day and age, dog. In this time, 2023 going into 2024, it's a dime a dozen in this economy, dog.
Just like how everybody could self-identify and self-proclaim what they is, you could do the same thing with what a man and what a woman is. Because obviously there's a blurred line. There is no line no more.
Exactly.
So why is it the same thing when it comes to this whole provided and 50-50 nonsense? You do I still of the opinion you do what works for you.
I agree.
And that's all it should be. And if you're in a situation with somebody else, you do what works for y'all. When it comes to the whole, I wanted to make a small comment when you were saying with like the state of the economy and stuff like that. What you're saying is right, is true. It don't have is a lot more difficult nowadays and stuff like that. But with modern time, you could also have modern solutions. You don't have to move in with your woman, or you don't have to find a woman or significant other to move in with. You can move in with your partner. You can move in with a cousin. You can move in with a family member. You don't necessarily have to be a significant other with that concern. I get what you were saying, but it's like we also need to start thinking of some other ways than the traditional shit. Because like you say, it's modern times, and these are modern problems, and they also need modern solutions.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's my standpoint from it. But yeah, I don't know. To me, is like I was saying, there's a lot of layers to peel back. It's a lot deeper than just the whole providing shit. But at the end of the day, you have to know what you're willing to accept and what you're not. And they're going to have somebody out there that's going to be on the same page for you. But
Yeah,
just because somebody else doesn't agree with you, don't mean they are less of anything.
I think like when you reach at a certain point, I think you kind of underestimate, like the rich dude in the video. I think you underestimate exactly how the quality of a man you is to reach to the point where you is in this day and age to be the sole provider for your family. I think that's underestimated. And it's really much downplayed. Not a lot of men in this day and age have the vision to get to where you at.
Hey, a lot of them have the vision, but they just never get the opportunity.
That part.
Like, for whatever reason, play it out that way.
But I do agree with one thing though. If you are capable and you are presented with the opportunities before making a solution, try. I will say that. Exhaust all of your options before you decide to accept that this is the best you could do.
Again, Goes back to the bus driver situation. You won't try to jimmy the door. You won't try to leave the emergency exit. You didn't even try to crawl out the window. So your first situation, you just stand up there and bawl out and cry? No. I just say it relates. It comes back. I just related the topic.
I don't know how you bring it back there. I don't know how you bring it back there.
Cause you have, like you said, you have to at least try. Don't just stand up there and cry and bawl out. Try the door. Try something. Exhaust all your options.
You see how you see how easy it is for the message sent to be completely different than the message received, dog. Like, what the fuck?
I just say it correlates. Okay, that's all I say. We got anything else on this one? I tried to see. That's all the topics we had for today. What was it?
No.
I ain't getting to see the thing for the video too. Yeah, we had to do this one already. That was a screenshot. Okay. We got anything else you want to say or any other topics we wanted to get before we think now? We can make this a short one.
Yeah, there was another topic. Let me see.
What was the next one? Because to me, that is 2 videos of the same of a different one.
Yeah, there's one. There's one.
What?
Right, hold on, give me a sec. Okay, there is still one.
Okay, in response to the list of where women don't want to go on the first date, there are women who feel like none of the places listed are adequate for a first date. If this is you, if none of these places will do on a first date, where would you like a man to take you on a first date? Be clear, be specific, be clear. Let men know where you want to go on a first date. Now's the chance. Now's the chance to be clear. Don't come in there with the bullshit of, oh, he has to decide where we want to go. Obviously, they're not making the right decisions, man.
Before we continue on this topic, let me read this list for those of y'all who couldn't see it from the video. Again, this is a list of a group of places that women decided men should not be taken to on the first date. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili. Now, let's keep in mind, these are all American women. These are American places. Let's just keep that in mind. So again, Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Jesus Christ, the video gone. Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, what? Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie nights, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, sports events. The 28 things, the 28 activities I just named are what, according to American women, men should not be taking women to on a first date. Now, how do you feel about that? What are you thinking about that, fella?
I'll go last.
I'm gonna decide to go first. Cause my shit. I mean, if all you want me to come with the controversial shit right away, I could start it up.
Let me see.
Cause the shit I'm about to say, a lot of people ain't gonna like.
Like what?
Okay. but
We can make an artist for this.
somebody,
They have to put on mine for this.
some of the stuff that I see in the list, I agree with. The gym is one, for sure.
That's just weird. Why you taking somebody on a gym date in the first place?
Hey man,
If
yo,
all
I
you
got
do
some
is
weird.
together,
I got some
why the fuck
weird
is that a
panels.
date?
They got some weird panels out there. Right? Church is another one that I that's weird.
No, I don't know if I agree with that one. Cause you might if you're a church going person, or if you're a religious person, that's also a good way to see if all your values match. Take them to
Okay.
church.
I don't think the first date should be a family function.
Okay, that one I agree with.
Somewhere that requires a long drive. That depends on if you like long drives.
I also semi agree with that one.
I don't know about a nightclub being a first date.
First date, yes, but not first location on that day. If all you went for food and drinks, and then you decide you want to end the night, everything going cool, they got a club with a decent party, cool. I've done it before. It works out well.
That depends, and okay, I agree with that. Then that means that movies fall into that same category too.
Yeah, for movies, but not. I ain't gonna lie. For this one, that would only make more sense. That would only make sense because for movies, it's not really necessarily a first date something because you can't really talk.
Exactly. That's why, like, if you have like a dinner before or after the movie, then yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you mean the movies fall into category
Same thing with the same thing with nightclubs.
Ah, okay. Okay, I agree.
I'm gonna lie. Any fast food chain? I don't know. No.
First date.
If I go McDonald's on the first date with a girl, why? I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Let me put it this way. Still though, I don't know about it. That iffy for me. For me, that's
that
iffy.
one. I ain't gonna lie. For me, that one is a little iffy too. Cause I've been with really like dope girls that look like they be deserving like Playboy models type shit that have no problem.
If I ask a girl out on a date, the quality of a girl I gonna ask out on a date is above fast food chains on the first date. Based on my standards, let's put it that way.
I got.
If I see
Because I never had the inclination to ask out somebody that was that high of a level of expectation, I guess. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I did it. It's always been to a point where I just go further than I should have, and it's always like, "Bye, Sean, we could have gone McDonald's," you know. I was like, "Wow, fuck me, I shouldn't. If I had only known this at the beginning, I mean." But I don't know. Depends on the girl, I would say, but it depends.
Now let's get to now that I've gone to single out the ones that I do agree with. Some of the rest of this shit, wild. Some of the rest of this shit that we can't go on the first date. If you're saying that we can't go there on the first date, that's wild.
You mean cannot?
We can't go to. I see somebody put bowling. We can't go bowling we can't go to the bowling alley on the first date.
But yo, fuck the bowling alley. You know what offended me? IHOP.
Dog, you know where
that offended me.
We don't have an IHOP here.
There's no reason. There's no what wrong with IHOP? Most of our girls like food anyway. You have breakfast and dinner at the same time. What is there not to like about IHOP? You got choices. I had to take that one to heart. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to take that IHOP one to heart.
But you say if you say now, okay, whatever you say about IHOP, you have to say the same thing about Applebee's. You have to say the same thing about Olive Garden, a Waffle House.
Yeah, I would. I just specifically really like IHOP. Any
girl that says that a coffee date is not good for a first date, I won't go with it.
Or ice cream date. That's not somebody
Or
I
ice cream
interested in
date.
going out with either. That's why I say my standards must be low as shit because the fuck?
Nah, but if I can't, like,
Red Lobster seem fancy. But maybe just because I ain't grow up with American culture and I ain't had that stigma about it. To me, Red Lobster was a big deal. Okay, I grew up with American culture.
I mean, I think I need to have, I think I need to make a call after this live to one of my American friends so I could find out exactly what's wrong with some of these places here, if I'm being honest. I think, like, they have a lot of, like, we have to, I think there's a certain type of group of women that accumulated this list.
Oh, don't worry. I was going there. That's where I'm about to upset some people. But before I upset some people, the only thing on this list, I would say that I agree with 100% that should not be first date criteria is your house. That's a little wild. To me, that's really suggestive. Your house. Like bringing the girl to your house. That's really suggestive. I wouldn't advise that unless you have like no other fucking choice. That's not a good look. Unless you like going to cook for her, like really do like
exactly.
a whole,
I was just going
like
I would just,
like that. And even that, that's risky for a first date.
I think it depends. Listen, if you sometimes it depends on if you have a nice spot, if you could cook well. Depends on the time that you ask her to come over to.
That I could understand.
You understand? There's levels to whether or not you can.
In 2023, man, okay, they got a lot of stupid.
Hey man, look, listen. I could feel like when you're talking to somebody and you could feel somebody's eyes just laser penetrating into you, dog. Lumber is uncharacteristically quiet right now.
He say he gonna go last.
I want to hear one now because if me and you gonna keep on going back and forth. I want to hear what Lumber gotta say now.
Bye.
No, are you finished? I want you to finish so I could, you know.
Wait. I gonna get the people upset first.
Okay, look. Let's finish the discussion on the house part. Cool.
Okay. In 2023, I still feel like that's not a good move because especially if you're looking to have something with this girl, one of the most things you have to do as a fellow is make her feel as comfortable as possible. That will not happen automatically by your house. You're just suggesting that's automatically suggestive. She's going to automatically think.
I think it depends on the guy. I really think it depends on the guy.
The level of how strong it is going to depend on the guy.
Yeah.
But if that's your suggestion, if she didn't come up with the suggestion, nah, that's hella suspect. Unless you really make it out to be like, yo, I ain't got no money. This is the most I could do. Invite you, cook for you, this kind of thing. To me, unless you make it seem like that, is a shady move. That's not something a logical thinking woman would agree to right away. She's going to automatically change that venue. Your house? What the fuck are you doing coming to your house on the first date? I don't know you. I don't know what you have planned for me by your house.
That's true. But
so any woman that actually thinks about her safety or had a negative effect, which is a lot of women these days, they're not going to agree with that. So off the jump, that is not a good idea. That's the only one on that list. I don't have a way where that would work out well.
Okay.
All the other ones.
Actually, the thing is right. I can't disagree with you because there's too much details and ways to put into that scenario where it could be a good idea
to make it comfortable.
Exactly.
You have to invite her either in the afternoon or early evening, or by the time she's coming over.
It can't be dinner.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be when the sun already down. Because that ain't gonna be a comfortable situation. And even so, your house can't be in the middle of nowhere either, or hard to get to, because then that's also a no-no. Or and if you have roommates with a whole bunch of fellas, that's a problem. Depending on the girl, if you have roommates with a girl, that's also a big problem, a big red flag. So it's not so good. There's no way you could. I dare somebody to give me an idea where bringing a girl to your house for the first date is a good idea.
I just did, but it's too much details to. It's too
Even
much details.
Even so that there's too many variables that and one little thing, one little feeling, that whole situation up. Unless she's one that's not thinking about her safety and not thinking about potentially or hasn't had shit happen to her, which again is rare. No woman is accepting that invitation. She will switch that venue for the first date.
Yeah.
Until she gets to know you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My mind has changed. Yeah. House.
That's the only one I don't have a thing. So now let me get people upset now. I am 70% sure. 70% sure. I am also basing this off of my life, my 21 years of experience. Black women come up with that list.
Oh yeah, for sure. Of course. Yeah, for sure.
A group of black women come together and put together that.
No, but you know what's the crazy part is I could see a lot of white women agreeing with this. A lot of white women agreeing with this list, but
with the fast food chains, maybe yeah. The fast food ones, maybe yeah. But also the smaller ones, what black woman would be like, how dare you bring me to some shit like this? White woman would find it cute, like the ice cream dates or the coffee dates. You buy a white woman a pumpkin spice latte. You good for the rest of the day.
It's oddly specific.
Because white women like pumpkin spice, okay? Anything pumpkin spice. Soap, lattes, drinks, man. They like pumpkin spice. Light skin man without pumpkin spice is a thing. Don't leave me alone. It's a
man,
problem.
hey, get your shit out.
I just
all right.
I didn't come up with it. But no, that I really feel because from what my experience is mostly black women that just feel away when you bring them, especially to the fast food chain places. Like who is you to think that I is the type of woman that you could bring me to Red Lobster or Olive Garden or that type of place? Granted, I've heard it from white women as well, but I'm like real high class, born with a silver spoon, born with daddy like money type shit. A white woman on the same level as me would not have an issue. Again, my experience. It would be less of a chance having a big issue where we go versus somebody of my own community. Again, my opinion, my thing, and a lot of people not gonna like that, but tough. Lumber, your turn. I done.
Okay, so first of all, fuck all these boards and that whole list up. Fuck all of them. Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. Okay? She's not going to dictate, with the exception of bringing her to your house, of course, because I agree with her on that one. She, I myself wouldn't even be an extremist and do that without getting to know her first. But, the purpose of the date is for us to get to know each other, yeah? You eating expensive food don't, like me carrying you to eat expensive food don't change the type of conversation we're going to have that. You understand? Us going for a walk don't change the quality of time that we're going to spend and how we're going to get to know each other that. Who the fuck say you worthy of me spending money on you? What have you done to earn that? We hadn't even had a good conversation and you want to tell me I can't take you here and I can't take it just to talk to you, to get to know you, spend time with you on a personal level.
That buying them the fancy stuff, that's your way to talk to them, to get to know them. If you don't do
so I gotta pay. So she's a hoe then. Might as well I just go to the whole house, dog. If you can put a price on it, I'll just go to the whole house, dog. They got balls out here doing it for free, dog. So what we talking about here? You check. These women like to sit down out here and choke all these kind of fuckery type of criteria, but whatever a man do is the end of the wall. You check. I personally think the list is bullshit. I think the women that do it full of fuck, a bunch of angry, sad, potato-shaped women. You understand? And all them okay, just looking for attention, dog. Okay? They need to calm the fuck down. That these kind of things has pissed me off to such a degree, but it has been difficult for me to express myself without sounding what's that popular word now?
Misogynistic.
Yeah, and sexist and them kind of things out. You understand? But I find if you somebody could actually sit down and say that there's actually a price tag on me spending time with you, then that means to say the quality of person you is towards me have to do with money as well. Then you ain't worth shit. You understand? Do you for yourself have what you expect from me for yourself? You know what I mean? Do you eat by these fancy places on your own? Do you go to these places on a regular and handle yourself there? Like if you feel like you want to fuck it up, you and all your girls have drinks? Or it's me that gotta come along and make you look good and buy all our drinks so I could have a good time and so it could be a vibe, come to all these airheads, or to be walking the street. You understand? Like you putting this kind of they put these kind of pressures on man. What the fuck you just do that? When he body come around, what you do? Game pokey dog, the man done had it. Other people been there before. He was so special about it today. You understand? Like what it is I talking about that these girls they need to get put in check. They need to be humbled. You check? And this is why it's important. I just tell you they got these younger panels who I start to sometimes, right? I see them there by the shop and thing up women's sides. And the man they be like, I see you with your truck and thing, and you got the girls, I say, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a secret that I wish somebody had told me when I was at my age, dog. Yo, don't worry with none of these fucking boards, dog. Don't worry with none of them. Do what you gotta do, make your money. When you start to organize yourself, they can come to you, dog. Then the ball in your court. I said, don't fuck with these girls, don't give them nothing, pass them straight. They out here looking good and walking slow in front of you. Don't even look at them. Look past them. Look the other way. That check your phone, G. Ignore them at all costs. You know why? Because they're gonna slow you down. That they're gonna slow you down. Do what you need to do for yourself and keep it pushing. That because from the time you start to take on these things, that become a distraction. From the time you get distracted, it's over. That hustle done. Okay, hustle done. Now you get yourself in situations you didn't want to get in. Now, okay. Fuck these boys, and the man be like, "Wow, wow, you sound so heartless." That be like, "By your life, okay, fucking life." That
It'll humble you real quick.
you understand? So don't even that list right there. They gotta take it, put it in the bag, go rent the dinghy, go in the middle of the ocean, and throw that fuck out there.
But you know what kills me? If man had to come up with a list.
I did. There is a list.
Listen, right?
This is what we're looking for the whole time.
And just to be difficult, dog. I would go to the gym with a girl on the first date. Okay, if you get winded on some simple shit, dog, right? If you ain't motivated to do this thing, dog, then know that. Then you ain't about this life, dog.
The only time I take in my first date on a date to my whoever I interested on the first date to the gym is if I for some reason think we're going to have a zombie apocalypse, and that's important information. Because like number say, if you get in winded at 5 minutes, you're not gonna slow me down. I will trip you up and you get eaten, and I gonna survive.
You understand? It's them type of things that like so for me. So, and also it depends on the person. Like if this is the type of person you is, for example, if you're an animal lover that, and you want to go on a first date with this person somewhere to show them this side of you and show them how educated you be on these specific type of animals or animals in general. You're trying to impress them with your arsenal. If your arsenal is information on animals and how you love and deal with animals, dog, then you're going to want to show them that, dog. Okay? If you proficient with weaponry, dog, you might want to go to a gun range, dog. I got something to eat and chill, and you show them like, yo, let me go down here, let me go some shots, let me, if you good in the gym, dog, and you just want to have a conversation, maybe I ain't even got to train hard, dog. Do some stretches, you're checking how flexibility, dog. Should the day come when you're gonna beat up the thing, then you can fold it, you check it out. All them type of things there. Is what the dude good at, dog. If this is what you good at, and this is how you want to impress the girl with your skills, dog, then that is what the date is also going to be highly based on, especially because you want to make an impression. You're not going to carry her somewhere where you've never, step foot into something. Unless you're trying to be funny and you want to make her laugh and you want to ass up yourself in front of her, then I both go do something I never done before as fun, which is also cool. But I mean, to say my, I
I
gotta
don't
think about my blood pressure now. I getting old, but
I agree with that one, but it's more on the notion of like, for example, if my life is a gym, rather than like I'm a content creator, I own a gym, I just get sponsorship because of the content I just promote, like that is my daily income and stuff like that, then I understand that. Because
yeah, I feel you.
somebody who is that serious into the gym and who's a real gym rat, they could only be with another gym rat because the other person won't understand that you don't
Yeah, but
that
that was the point I
you
was
don't
trying to make, you know?
yeah, that you're gonna skip parties to go to the gym. You're gonna skip family functions to go to the gym. You're going to skip all shit that's good for you because you're going to the gym. So if they don't understand that and they don't also put that priority of the gym into perspective, you're always going to have conflict and you're always gonna have issues. So if you have to find somebody that's on that level of the gym with of that love for the gym with you as well. Otherwise, you yourself will
Exactly.
never be.
And before we go on to the guys list, I just want to add something as well. I don't know how quick people is going on dates, like first dates and everything. But for me personally, it's a whole lot of conversation that has been had before any kind of like official formal first meetup take place. Um, and so I think depending on how the conversations been going, a lot of places on this list, despite it being written by them type of women there, so would still be considered depending on how she feel about the dude based on the conversations they had.
I agree. I
So
agree.
yeah, we
So
can we can we,
yeah, I find another list. Places for an acceptable first date according to women. So another list. Okay.
Mhm.
Some of these things, one or two of these things on this list gonna contradict the other one that we were reading a while ago. Number one, picnics, amusement park, ice skating, mini golf, go-karting, drive-in movies, theater, bowling, aquarium, Ferris wheel, movies, rooftops, the beach, planetarium, the pier, watching the sunset, watching the stars, a park, bungee park, anywhere fun where we can play games, and non-chain restaurants. And that was acceptable dates for women.
yeah, what the sexy white women right there, and the potato shaped black women right the next one.
Okay, if you feel like white women make that, you're going to feel that spiteful women make the list for the men. Places for acceptable first dates for men, according to men: graveyard, funeral, cemetery, strip
Black
club.
women right there. More black
Yeah,
women
yeah,
right there.
Movies,
More black women right
it
there.
gets better. Get better. Movies, dark alleys, hiking, arcades, Costco, Cheesecake Factory, Comedy Club, Legoland, playing Fortnite in the basement, small romantic dinner, supermarket shopping, trampoline park, hospital since it's expensive, corn maze, children's McDonald's playhouse, crime scene, a walk.
woman definitely make that list.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come on now.
I don't know if women make this. I think a man make this to troll woman.
Could be,
Because
That's also possible.
one of the things it say
a dark
hospital.
alley. Man
One of
said
the
a dark
things
alley.
one of the things that it say is hospital. Oh God, boy.
Oh. Whoa, the dark alley catch me, but I want catching me.
One of the things it say, this is the reason why I think man made this to troll. Hospital since it's expensive. A man make this.
Yo,
And I think
yo,
a man make this. I think a man make this on a list too.
You know what need to be added on the woman list? Furniture shopping. Yo, you realize how expensive furniture shopping is?
Hey, look. I ain't gonna
Any
lie, no.
form of shopping. Any form
Hey,
of
no,
shopping.
hold on. I ain't gonna lie. That's an acceptable first date for me as well. I ain't gonna lie.
I gonna watch you funny. I ain't even funny.
I ain't gonna back give fuck. I don't care. Hey, listen.
What the fuck?
Listen. When we were young, we used to like shopping for clothes and shoes. As an adult, I like shopping for utensils and house appliances and furniture. I like IKEA.
Yo, I was watching a TikTok that was posted on Instagram. That was like, man is want to some man is want to brag and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, my woman ain't bougie and stuff like that. Every woman is bougie, but you have to find out what type of bougie she is.
What is trigger the bouginess?
So there's food bougie, there's travel bougie, there's furniture bougie, and there's activities bougie. And it didn't really click to me until he said it, and it's true. It's really true. Some girls would be like, "Bye, yo, I ain't care about the bags and the purses and the shoes and all that kind of thing like that. But I do care about where we go to eat, though." Some girls would be like, "Bye, I ain't care. We could cook. We could not go out. We could go any places. But they want when they travel, they go all out with with the itinerary." So it's like it make a lot of sense. I didn't really how to say put that together until he had really say it like that. I was like, damn, that's actually a good something. Find out what kind of bougie your girl is, cause I gonna save you a lot of headache.
Yep. But let me tell you something. Some girls is across the board bougie, dog.
Yeah, yep. True.
Yep.
Okay, and my girl is one of them. Okay, and I just tell her all the time, the Lord put me with her to humble her. That kind of simple person. The Lord is humbling her. I just tell her all the time. I just say, you see, the Lord will never bless you because you're bougie, dog. Okay? I just tell her now. I just say, look, sometimes I'll be doing things in the house. She just look at me like, yo, you such a caveman, dog. I'd be like, what's the problem? What is the problem?
I had to get the same shit.
One girl tell me I caveman. No respect.
I can't say anything because when it comes to electronics, I guess that's my bouginess. I that's where to spend my money.
I need my shit. I need my shit up to par. No cap.
So,
but
I want to.
I want to hear another list.
Yeah, run it now.
A group of men make a list of the kinds of women you should never take on a date. Single mothers, wow. Women with tattoos, women who dress like this in public. I don't know what that means.
I guess
sex workers. That means OnlyFans girls, mattress actresses, strippers, call girls, escorts, Instagram models, bottle girls, etc. Women with an IG page. The fuck? Women with a non-ear piercing. Nigga. Women with purple hair or any other unnatural color. Jesus. Women with coke spread. What the fuck that mean? Models. What? I don't know. Coke spreads. What's it? I don't know. Don't know either. Models who market to men. Wow. Women who travel regularly. Really?
Women who drink. I can understand that.
I'm gonna get back. We're gonna get back to that. Women who drink liquor regularly.
I can understand that too.
Women with weak absentee fathers. Okay, I might get back to that. Women who live alone. What?
Yo, chill this whole list away for you, yo. Just women like what we got to with the date list, you got to chill this list away too.
Women with party voice. I don't know
what is a party voice.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Women on dating apps.
Again, to the whole this way.
Women who have been on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What they got beef with Ann Viv? What Ann Viv do these people?
Jada
wasn't
Pinkett.
on that show?
Hold on. Jada Pinkett Smith was on an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
You hear me just say Jada wasn't on that show?
She was on that show.
Yo,
That's how they that's how they met. She was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
the best meme up to this day with this whole thing is where I see when they comparing Umbaku, the video of Umbaku, and then they have on top of it what I think about Jada at this point. Every time I hear Jada talk about Will, and they say Umbaku showed you bald headed demon.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Women with lists.
With what?
Lists. Like a list? Like women that have lists?
Right, not to say that they shouldn't, they don't deserve to get taken out, but that's definitely a flag. I wouldn't say it was a red flag, but that's definitely a flag.
Yeah, I don't like women treat me like I have like a list of box to check, like a box list to check. I don't like that shit. Women.
Yeah, but everybody got a list, don't they?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll get back to that. We'll go back to that. Women who have been engaged, divorcees. Oh God, here's where you notice a bitter ass man. American Black women and women raised in the West. Yo, you are hurt, my guy.
By a Middle East man right there.
The man is expressing himself.
Ahmed right that list, man. No.
Ahmed?
Yo,
Anyway.
this man is broken now. Okay, well, what we gonna revisit? We had say we were gonna revisit.
That whole list is garbage, dog.
You say women who travel regularly.
I say I understand it. Not necessarily that is should be true, but like this is not just a woman something. If you dating a flight attendant, you have to have a lot of trust in that person. Man or woman. Because they constantly out the country. So that's like saying dating a DJ.
Yeah.
They're constantly around you, people that like their professional, want to have the type of attention, type something. Is not for the weak-hearted. Let's put it that way.
What do you think about the one that women with weak or absentee fathers?
No, because that's why that. So because you just gonna continuously thing a cycle. That don't make sense. Again, the whole list is garbage, dog. This is even worse than the first day.
Oh no, this is way worse. This is hella trolling. Nah, but to an extent, one or two of them have me like, that's not that weird though.
What do you mean not that weird?
The one where I could see how you dating somebody that travels regularly, like as a job, that's something else. But if somebody
that's not a red flag, or somebody that don't deserve to date, it's just not for the weak. Like you have to be set up differently to be able to date somebody like that because they're always going to be away. Or it's just like the other thing we was talking about. What we was talking about the profession? Oh, just like the gym shit. Unless you also in that world, then you understand it. That's why a lot of these celebrities that share each other. Us normal people don't understand the schedule.
No.
These people's schedule.
I say that all the time. If us as regular people, like we wouldn't understand the underworld of being a celebrity. Though.
And that's why all of them to be with each other because it's a lot easier. You don't have to explain it. That it just even think about dating somebody from your own culture. It's a lot easier. You don't have to explain certain nuances. You don't have to explain certain reasons why you just do the things you do because it's understood, because the other person is also in that world. So
What do you think about
it's a
what do you think
convenience.
about women who what do you think about women who on dating apps?
Also foolish. Like that because they're on a dating app has no meaning or gives no indication of how they are as a person. It has no indication of how they're gonna be as a mother. It has no indication of how they're gonna treat you as a partner. They have no indication of how they're gonna help you when you're down. There's no indication of how they're going to hold you down as a person.
What about the women who drink liquor regularly?
They tend to be a little bit more aggressive, but also has no indication of anything I said previously. That's like saying somebody who's women who smoke regularly. Because a woman is a pothead don't mean that she's not gonna be she can't be a good mother, she can't be a good cook, she can't be a good wife, she can't be a good partner, she can't go be a good daughter, she can't be a good person.
It depends on what she's smoking, though, of course.
Touché. And how regularly she smokes it. But that's a whole different topic. That's a whole different something. That's a whole different something. If you're doing something that not necessarily hurting yourself to a certain degree and don't make you incoherent or make you put yourself into situations where it's possible you lapse judgment or you can't think properly, then it's fine. Who's anybody else to say that makes you less or more of a man or woman? Or at least that's just my opinion. But again, who am I? I'm just a guy talking to a computer. I mean, I just say that's how I feel about it. This whole listing. I understand having standards and not having not being accessible to everybody, but a lot of people need to humble themselves.
Yeah, it did have something that Lumber said that's just like I just so happy and blessed that I don't encounter women, right? That like if we go on a first date, I don't want to be going on a first date where my prime objective on the first date is to wow you and spend a bunch of money. I mean,
hey, if that's what you like, it's okay. They're gonna have enough.
Respectfully, you ain't for me, though. Like,
fuck I don't that, like respectfully and disrespectfully. Who the fuck is you?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
It's like if I trying to get to know you and you're just trying to get to know how deep my pockets is, then we're not on the same page. Like.
We're not the same type of people, and that's okay. They have good type of people out there. I just not that type. Let it say all.
You know what the problem is? Is that people don't vet people before going on a first date.
But that's what but the date is the vet.
No, yeah, there's certain conversations that sometimes will be had before going on the first date. At least that's how it is for me. I don't just go on first dates with a bunch of people.
Yeah, but that's because you've been on enough and you wasted your time enough that you not want to waste your time anymore. So you have those prerequisite questions to not waste your time. They have people who just get it into the scene or who just don't care.
I haven't been on enough first dates for me to say that that's a reason why. I just don't occupy everybody.
You don't have to be on a lot of reasons. You don't have to be on a lot of first dates for not wanting people to waste your time, though. You can have one bad situation where the person, where the person wastes your time and you just, all right, cool, fuck that, never again.
Yo, you ever had a bad first date?
Define bad.
Your definition of bad. I remember I had a horrible first date once. Embarrassing. It hurts till this day, dog.
I can remember, no. Maybe the one that was so bad I just blocked it up from memory. Before I can remember. But I also was a man that never been on too many dates. Like that whole kind of dating thing. So
I remember once I made the mistake and went movies. And this girl, hey man, look, remember the MSN days?
Mm-hmm.
You know, MSN, you get the girl on MSN, you talking, you're trying to talk her up and all kind of fuck. Finally say, cool, we're gonna go to the movies. Boom, it was a popular movie. I remember the movie was kind of full, maybe like 90% full. Watch the movie, get to sit down next to her, Just before I get the courage, because it wasn't just her, she was with a few of her friends too. Just before I get the courage to put my hand around her, she said, go in the bathroom, come back.
Don't tell me she never come back.
No, she came back.
Oh.
She came back and she said somewhere else with another dude.
Whoa.
Man.
I've seen that happen, but I've never been on the receiving end of that.
Hey, man, hey, listen. That shit hot. I still remember this girl now.
That could have been your like villain origin story, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
hey,
you.
Yo.
Ooh.
But then something like this also shows how fragile ego we have as human beings. That something like this would just make you to say this one situation, this one doting ass girl would make you say fuck everything and fuck everybody.
Yeah, that's embarrassing though.
It is, and at that age, we all think that everything lives and dies by our reputation and what happens to us and shit like that. But as we all get older, we all know that that's bullshit. So it's like, it really shows the fragileness of our egos, even like from young to old as well, because there are a lot of people that operate the same way. So I don't know. Is a rough one, but everybody got something like that. It might not have happened to me by the movies, but I have similar stories like that as well. It happened to the best of us, by saying it happened to the worst of us too. This happens.
Hey man, hey, that ain't happened to all you need. That shit was. Ooh.
But I trust me.
I think I know you. You know what? When we're done in life, I'm gonna tell you who it is. That shit is embarrassing.
Yeah. It's only embarrassing if the panel who she sit on next to was like, oh, you're the new.
Bro, I don't even remember who this panel is. I remember.
Or like had nothing to do, had nothing going on with you. Like that would be embarrassing for me. Like this, like I was almost going to be a poor decision of yours. This decision he was making, like Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got anything more on this one? I think we more or less went through. I don't even remember which kind of tangent.
Yeah, we went through this.
Anything more we wanted to discuss? Any more comments, questions, remarks? Anybody in the comment section want to give?
What are people them saying?
It's a little quiet. I think they were just listening this time.
Yeah, people probably still recovering from Halloween or something like that.
Yeah, I had Halloween turn up.
It's also but there was
especially people outside, dog. People outside.
Yeah, but all know they got outside. Yeah, well, everybody always outside. Everybody outside. That's why I'm inside.
You're inside.
Yeah, we inside.
So,
I think a lot of people don't understand how like at a certain point, reach a certain point where just like you can't wait to finish work just to be home. Our people don't understand how much problems and drama you avoid just by staying the fuck inside and sitting the fuck down.
Yeah, but this also comes from somebody who doesn't work from home. There are a lot of people that work from home that can't wait for the weekend to just like go outside and do something not the daily routine. Don't get me wrong. I feel exactly the same. I understand you completely. And I also work from home from time to time. And I still have this feeling. But I also recognize that there are a lot of people that does go crazy when they in the four walls a little too long.
That is be cool inside the house.
There's a plethora of things
saying
for me
no
to
to
do.
affects just gets easier and easier as time goes.
As I get older, and recovery takes longer, it's hard for me to say no. Or at least that's my reason for saying no. Sean, you got to my bye, Sean. You want to call? What I gotta do? I gotta do something in the next 3 days. Yeah, it's okay. So that's right now my recovery time. 3 days, bare minimum.
I don't even tell them why. I'll be like, nah. No. I want to sleep. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I ain't got
No,
to work
sometimes
tomorrow.
I walk in now too, so can't even if I want to.
I'm gonna try to just fight.
Like I'm making money instead of spending it. It's alright. It's cool. Okay, if I ain't on one job, I better next. And the t-shirt thing supposed to be slowly ramping up again. I started to get some new upgrades on some shit, equipment and all that. So I'm going to be pushing that again. Y'all gonna be hearing about the shirts and designs and all that kind of stuff soon. So yeah, I gonna be beyond busy.
Welcome.
I time to be out there.
Welcome. Welcome.
To being busy.
The life you've been living for years now.
Hey man,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
you don't like it here now. Don't say
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Like it. You don't like it.
Well, thank you.
I like it here. I like it here.
I'm going to say welcome because I starting to like it here now too.
I like it here.
I've been this way for a few years now, and I only intensified how busy I am.
Right. It's always if it ain't doing something for this podcast, it's the shots and then the 2 jobs is always something. Mine always could be working on something. If it's not that, is the little other things that trying to do to better myself, whether it be financially, like linguistically, or however. There's always something to be fucking done.
I just a busybody dog. It's not like I like it, and I just used to it. That's why I don't complain about.
Yeah, me too, but not. But I realize I just have problems with like silence and when I stand still. Like I have days where I don't go walk. I don't feel like this look. But like, okay, I should be doing something. I should. I don't know how it feels to just sit down and not do nothing no more.
I know how it feels, but I only know how it feels when I'm on vacation.
Not even.
I remember once a few years ago, I went to Curacao on vacation, and it's like the idea of not doing anything is like, what do you do now? Like you wake up, you got nothing to do. Then you go back to sleep. You get up, it's just like, I still got nothing to do. It's like you're not used to not doing anything.
I ain't had that feeling in 5 years though.
This was 4 years ago.
At least. There's always, and especially in this country, there's always something to do because these people are always robbing you of fucking tax. There's always more money to be made. even when you get a second job, the tax that bitch harder. Like I robbing people or something.
Yeah, the man checking like, oh, you think you can come here and live nice? No.
Make more money than everybody else? Ha! Tax.
Yeah, better understand yourself.
Anyway, before we end off on some other unrelated tangent, any other thing we gotta say about this topic or any other topic or anything drinks with the fellas related? If not, I think we close this off.
Yeah.
Already.
Fuck all these lists.
Yeah, I think that's more or less the consensus. Yeah, we do a decent 2 hours. Thank you for everybody that come through this episode. We appreciate each and every one of you. And like we just say every week, we just do it for you. And we really appreciate the 1, the 2, the 10, the 15, however many that be in here. Yeah, like we have said in the previous episodes, it's not going to become a political podcast, but we're going to go a little bit more into the semantic politics since we have elections coming up soon. So yeah, look out for those episodes. We'll be let y'all know when we have some of the candidates up. And yeah, look out for episodes with Drinks with the Fellas. Thanks y'all for coming out. Kind of out. Oh, I look out for more things from Reckless Designs. We're going to have some shit coming up soon. Yeah, okay, I don't know.
Got nothing.
All right. Man,
You don't know. Big up on yourself.
All right,
Y'all in the
everybody.
next 2 weeks.
Again, thanks for the episodes. We'll see y'all next time. Blessings.